I dare you to fix me. I'm crossing the line again, falling on my knees. No stranger to pain, it's never ending, it's only.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you are doing great. Hope you are doing amazing. So today is another day of vlog, and today I'll be taking you round Badagry. It's basically spend a day with me in Badagry. That's kind of like the vibe here today. So I'm going to be visiting like high points in Badagry, or like touristy points in Badagry basically. I've already been to Badagry before and I've toured these places, but I did that on my blog, so I wanted to have a video, like a YouTube video of that, and that is what I'm doing today. So I'm going to be, going around Badagry and taking you along with me. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with all of your friends and your families and everybody, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you get the point. So guys, we're currently driving to Badagry roundabout to pick up the person, our tour guide basically, tour guide who is going to take us around. Even currently, we're currently lodged in Badagry in Whispering Palms. If you've seen, oh wow, I don't know if they saw that. Why is there an helipad here? That's so weird. That's very random. Somewhere in Badagry we saw an helipad, and we saw like 4 helicopters parked.
Private jets, helicopters.
4 private jets parked. 4 in Badagry. Yeah, things are happening in weird places. See, like, oh my god. Okay, that's another discussion for another day. Let's concentrate on what we're doing today. So currently driving to meet up our tour guide somewhere at Badagry roundabout. It's like 45 minutes for where we are currently lodged in Badagry. I say we because I'm here with my husband, so yeah, I'm going to be saying we a lot. So yeah, currently at the first school in Nigeria. Wow.
1845.
In 1845. Please say hello to my people.
Hello.
Thank you.
I think those actually stood. Yes. Wow. Food arts, but they've renovated some. They intentionally left this one for the sake of tourism.
Mm.
So they say at the actual building
How about you? What's your own name?
Gabriel.
Like the young man, I can trace his roots with mirror and bead. Sir, you can say 2 slaves, she can say 3, you can say 7, you can say 10. It depends how you can bargain and negotiate with European for beads and mirror. Now, when this man became the Seriki Muslimi, Brazilian gave me this as a gift, while the kettle was given to him at the European. Then a bottle of whiskey go for 10 human beings. We have a bottle of 1873 from Vienna, Austria inside the museum. Now the long cannon gun go for 100, the short one 40 slave. A Dane gun go for 40 human beings. Now the question is, we Africans, what do we do with the cannons and the Dane gun? We use it to fight ourselves, so to get more slaves. We are the one that sold ourselves into slavery. Now these 2 entrance doors are the since 1840s when the compound was being established. Now let's see the 2 rooms. Now you are welcome to our dark room, and if you guys look up, you notice that they use a bamboo. Then it's not bamboo. They use a clay like a decking so that the slave will not be able to escape, and that triangular shape of window gives them ventilation And 40 of them will be here awaiting the slave ship. This is where the wee people do everything.
Yeah.
Imagine the odor, the heat, and imagine mosquito bite, and imagine how many human beings would have died here. Each of these ceramic bowl go for 10 slaves. That's why when people come, they tell them, you are not here to cash fund, but just to feel the pain. And these are the gifts given to him by the Brazilian and the Europeans when he became the Seriki, a bottle of gin that go for 10 human beings. That bottle is 1873 from Vienna, and that brand thing is called record. According to gramophone, we didn't know how many slaves they use in for that. And this way they used to keep the mass water for ablution, soup, and the drinking pot. Now you bend your head, who are you going out to? Belong to Seriki Williams, so it's over 200 years. Wow. Now, this man said death is better than bondage. They wanted to capture this man as a slave. He got knife and stabbed himself to them. They said, instead of me to be a slave in another man's land, I'd rather die. If they don't want to pierce the upper lips and the others, they use this one called iron muzzle to guard their mouth. If they escape, these are called killers' dogs to trace anyone away slave. And any slave that refuse accepting the master's name will be tied on a stake and struck along the line. Some of them will be beaten to death. And if any slave died, no case, because slaves were property. And they believe you can do anything you like to your property. Yorubas call this clothing Asho Etu. It's over 200 years as well, owned by this man called Seriki Williams. And this is the box where he used to keep his document. Now, come here. Now, this picture should be his realization share. For someone to own that, then show how wealthy he was. And these are some of the olden days iron corrugated. You can hear the sound. That shows that this thing is heavy. This is what we produce and use now. We get 15 of these from this, and up to date, in some part of the building, we still have building. In some part of the building, this is the worst. We call this thing gallows, Gallow. Anytime they want to kill the slave or they want to lynch them, the chain that I show in the show class, the one over the wall, will be tied around the ribs of the men, the women, to arm up, and they'll be here dying gradually in silence. They are just trying to instill in fear into other slaves. And as you see, they won't last for a day till they are, especially the men, the chain will be eating their ribs and blood will be dropping gradually. The women, all the blood over here will come to the legs and it will be paining her and she'll be crying till her death, just to put fear into other slaves. And this is a revolt. When the slaves, they started putting ropes on the neck of their masters, the way they used to do to them. I think the one I remember took place in Haiti around 1791, when the slaves in Dominican Republic were led by a man called Toussaint, the virtues of Haiti. They massacred, they killed all the whites in Haiti, they got their independence, but later French came back that you guys must pay damages. We call it reparation. They say they should borrow money from them, from their banks. They borrowed and paid. And sometimes the reason why Haiti we are still poor today, because the reparation that they pay, they are paying to French colony. And I tell people, what the hell African leaders were doing, I believe that we are the one who's supposed to fight for reparation, not America, not even Europe. That's that we don't have leaders in Africa. When some group called Christian, humanitarian or abolitionists, who say, no, these black people, they are human. They are not subhuman, nor apes. We must stop this trade. And when they post the stop the trade, the slavery were jubilating for freedom. And there's nothing good as to be a free man. And these are some of the children of Seriki Abbas. Look at that small window. We also give another 40 that will be here for 3 to 4 months. Now we're going straight down.
The current one, Oba of Akan of Badagry, was actually picked from the 5 ruling houses. There are 5 ruling houses.
Okay, they picked from them.
From those 5 ruling houses, exactly.
I dare you to fix me. I'm crossing the line again, falling on my knees. No stranger to pain. It's never ending. It's only.
Sorry, I don't know the purpose of using the video.
My YouTube page.
What?
My YouTube page to promote tourism.
Your YouTube page
Yes.
to promote tourism.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mr. Ezekiel Viagola. I'm indigenous of Badagry.
Okay.
because I was born and growing up in Badagry. Though my primary and secondary school it was in Badagry, my universities are outside.
Outside Badagry. Why not? Why not?
We don't
You
have,
don't have a university.
we don't have
They
a.
sent last way from Badagry. This was supposed to be Badagry.
So,
And there's space for it.
You didn't see what you
Yeah, I saw
saw
it.
so Badagry was founded in 1425.
14.
25. And Badagry divided into 8 quarters. So, and we have the head in each of the quarters. And those heads, we call them the white cap chief. They are the ones that are ruling the quarters in Badagry. We don't have a king. So, until 1952, that we have the first king. That is the Oba Sibi Akram in Badagry, built in 1845. Although the missionaries laid the foundation of the building in 1842, so they completed the story built in 1845. The building took missionary 3 years to build. So all the materials used to build this house was brought from England. So we have those materials here, which is called the bond bricks, the hinges, the iron corrugated sheet, nails since 1842. All these materials brought from England since 1842. This is the materials used for the setting of the foundation to the lintel since 1842. And we move into the next program where we sing called the Agia. But under this tree, Christianity was first proclaimed in Nigeria in September 1842. And the first Christmas was first celebrated in December 18 during the erection. Many persons have come to see it, especially of the single room, it being the first I've ever seen. The man is talking about what they have seen about this building. Even like guys today, you are here today to see what this building. You have to convince people outside there that, oh, I have been there. I thought maybe the buildings have collapsed. The building is still what? Strong. Now, this is the pictures of the Christmas celebrated in 1923, but they wrote it on the chest of those black. They wrote 1923, Badagry Merit Christmas on the chest. In Nigeria was St. Thomas Primary School, established 1845 with 40 men. Men had the first state of student that enrolled the primary schools then, not women and not children. But the missionary given all the age of those 40 men that started primary school. And they told us that the youngest among students started primary school, his age is 45 years. And the oldest among the men started primary school, his age 58 years. And those students, before they finished primary school, each one of them spent 12 years in primary school. And then when you had them 12 years to the age of those students, they are close to 60 to 70 before they finished primary schools. And the only 32 of them that finished primary school. So what happened to the 8? 8 have died. So, and this is a picture of the teacher and a picture of the first.
Oh, wow. Oh, this
So
is that was absurd.
The total amount of the money used to build this house, £325, quoted by the man who built this.
What's the value now? No.
But then, but when Naira was Naira, it was
one to one now.
So
just to that
it's like Naira still. But let's just, because of what it costs now.
English Bible, and there's the first
That's
Yoruba Bible.
171. Wow.
So you can see.
171,000.
So this is the first English Bible and the first Yoruba Bible. This Bible is brought by Reverend Harry Townsend in 1842. But Ajayi Crowther used the Bible of that man to translate to Yoruba. This is the Yoruba Bible and printed for Ajayi in London by this company, Lower and Brydon Printer Limited. But stories about Ajayi, he happened to be in one of those slaves. So a man who was taken as a slave in Oyo State and sold to Portuguese. But British Navy stops the ship of those slaves. So when the ship is going to Portugal and it passed through their territory, that's ocean. So they stop them and they return all the slaves inside the ship. They return them back to Africa. But instead of the ship to land where it take off in Africa, the ship dumped those slaves in Freetown in Sierra Leone. Ajayi worked there in Freetown, Sierra Leone, but Ajayi is being trained by the white Reverend missionary. Why the missionary that trained Ajayi is named called Crowder? It's because Crowder is a priest. Crowder is a master to Ajayi and also baptized Ajayi and giving Ajayi a name called what? Samuel. So the man's name is what? Samuel. The biological name of the man is what? Ajayi. So Ajayi they attend a school called Forabic College in Sierra Leone. So when Ajayi graduated to school, Ajayi was sent to school of theology, that seminary school. Not only Ajayi, all the students sent to school of theology, they become a reverend. So they are returning them back to country where they actually come from in Africa. So we returning Ajayi back home. It was this man, Reverend Townsend. So Ajayi is doing the work of interpreter for the man and later translated the English Bible to Yoruba. But Ajayi later was ordained as a bishop in 1861. So when Ajayi was ordained as a bishop in 1861, they appoint that young man standing at the back of Ajayi. They appoint the man as a chaplain under Ajayi. But the name of the young man called Reverend Babington Macaulay. That Reverend Babington Macaulay, a chaplain to Ajayi, but married to daughter of Ajayi. So the name of Ajayi Crowder daughter called Abigail Crowder. Abigail Crowder, the daughter of Ajayi, gave birth to a man called Abat Macaulay. Abat Macaulay on 1 naira coins is a grandson to Ajayi, but the father to Abat Macaulay is the one standing at the back of Ajayi on these pictures. His name called Reverend Babington Macaulay. Is the father to Abat Macaulay. So the mother to Abat Macaulay is a daughter to Ajayi Crowder. So this Bible is now 179 years old now. Why this Yoruba is 176 years old. Now standing here we saw a story building, and inside of this building the French of the garden called Flora Shop. The one staying inside of that 1915 is 106 years old chair now. But this is the same where all the missionary kept their money and some of the valuable items. But there's money that we normally show people today inside of the building, but not the money that those white that staying here spend. So but the money our people spend and the money introduced to us by the British, and that we're talking about the money called farthing. That's the first coins introduced to us by the British. After farthing they introduced 1 penny. After 1 penny they introduced half penny. After half penny they introduced 1 pounds, and after pounds they introduced a shilling, and they also introduced the pence. So these are the coins money that we have inside of the safes. So we have all these money, cowrie, shilling, farthing and penny. So these are the coins money. But we also have some new coins there. So that is the new coins there. So this is the old note money. We have old 5 naira, old 10 naira and
This is new 5 naira.
so these are the money. Well, people want to just contribute, they want to and that is
Don't want you to see 5 naira
and
again.
so that is the money that we have
This one,
inside.
the reason why they added this new fact.
In these premises, there is a lot of buildings built by those missionaries. Not only this story building were being built in this compound. They have a lot of the building that we are being told that the missionary built in this compound. They built the church, they built schoolmaster house, they built boarding house, a kitchen, toilet and bedroom. We told you that it was built outside, and they have a laborer's house outside also. All those buildings have collapsed. The buildings are no more standing. But this is the only story building among the building built in this compound, and that's the building still standing today. And the buildings dated at that time, and that's the reason why they name it what? The first story building in the whole of Nigeria. And this is the well dug by the missionary. But reason people name the well Miracle Well is because this is the only well water serve people that live in this community. The well water serve them as drinkable water. Every other well water we have in this environment here, most of our well water, it have the same color with the lagoon water, and it have the same taste and
with Atlantic Ocean because we are very close to that two bigger water. So affect and polluted all our well. But doesn't polluted this well water done by the missionaries. So we open the back gate for every people that are living in this environment to come and fresh water free. So till now. But no matter how people come to fresh water, it have never dry. It have never changed. So this is a thing for the soul. Whenever the tourists now visit Badagry, people develop a kind of faith that hope. This is where people that brought Christianity stay. Oh, I can pray here. Oh, I can use this water to pray. So if I'm going home, let me take this water at home and to highlight my prayers. People were having the faith, believe in God, and it actually worked for them. And then they made what? Miracle. I remain Mr. Musical. I work for the Dallas Anglican Communion Church of Nigeria. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thanks for. Let me see the color. Let me show it.
Clear.
How do you feel? Do you feel like a cracked bone in your body has come back to life? I hope you all can hear me. So we are currently going to the point of no return. It's going to be a boat ride. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we are going to now. The point of no return. And this is where the deck, do they call this thing deck for the boat is? Let me show you.
I dare you to fix me. I'm crossing the line again, falling on my knees. No stranger to pain. It's never ending. It's only something I can't forget. My heart won't let it rest, but you keep on forgiving. Admit that I'm afraid. If I let go of this pain, am I completely betrayed? There's no
Body gets into the water, they shackle them. But because of the number of other side, they release their chains. They release their chains in the hope that they won't actually run. Well, of course, they have a lot of people guarding them while they are moving. They can move as much as 100 slaves at once. That's why they keep them in the holding cell at Serikabas. The idea is that they should have 40 in like 3 cells, then they go at once. That's why they said 40 people they are holding them. They think 40 is too small. You know, it's a big ship. So they expect to take as much as possible.
So they
200, 250.
So okay, that ship can be done.
And they can't board them to the ships with shackles on. So they actually collaborated with the local herbal people in Badagry, and they created this well. This well is called Well of Attenuation. They actually charmed the water that if you do it, once you drink from it, you lose all consciousness or your free will, and then you just listen. You lose your free will. That was the charm. Once you drink the water, imagine being in chains and walking all the way from that place. You get here, you are really thirsty, and then the slave masters offer you water. Won't you take it? They don't know it's
Charmed.
It's charmed.
They
They just offer you water and you're really like, oh gracious master, thank you.
I think they just add drugs to the water. It's not really.
Charmed.
Well, that was what they said. Some said charms, some said drugs. But basically, I don't think as at then in 18 something they had drugs that could make some people lose their free will. So this is the well attenuation well, and you can see they said spirit well. So that they believe it was actually spirit well. There's still water inside.
What to drink?
Drink.
No, you can't drink this. It's dirty.
It's not better well.
My God.
So once they
Life
offer them the water, they drink it with delight, thinking they are being kind to them, not knowing they are trying to help make them lose their free will. So at this point, once they drink the water, they keep walking. I guess the thing doesn't have effect. But before they get to the pots, they lose their free will. So they find them unlocking shackles, and they are already. They are just following orders. Before they regain their consciousness, they are already on the seaway. You might have bought slaves, the slave master might have paid, and maybe you have a thing, and you see them chasing them that okay, this guy we'll replace him with this one. You get. But once they get to this place, this is where they start the onboarding process for the ship. Once they get to this place, they call it the place of no return, because once a slave has passed this place, you cannot come back and say you don't want him anymore. He's not returning. So that is why it's called the place of no return. You can still come back and say you changed your mind, take your bottle. Of course, Nigeria, I'm part of the people that broke one. Of course. You can still, say run and meet them and say, okay, I want to exchange this one for this one. That kind of thing. But once they get here, no exchanges,
Fix me. I'm crossing the line again, falling on my knees. No stranger to pain.
Hey guys, I hope you can hear me. Currently at the point of no return. But this place is now basically just a chilling spot. People come here, they walk the slave walk, and then they just come here and chill and let their head down. And some people just basically reminisce and think about how it would have been if they were born in that era where slaves were being transported to different parts of the world, and what it would have meant for them. It's just a time to be very, very introspective and just think about your life, to be honest. Me, I was saying that if it was me they gave birth to during that time, they would have beheaded me, because I won't go. Just kill me, because what's the point? But thank God for grace, to be honest.
It's just so hard to let it go. Shine a light I can see.
This slave work is not easy. It's like so tiring. I'm working like this because light is like this, but it's so tiring. And then you're working on sand, which makes it worse.
Like that digging in. I'm afraid if I let go.
Hey guys, hi. So currently just left the point of no return, heading now to our hotel. But I just wanted to come on here and end this very well, and also to basically talk to you guys. I mean, did you guys enjoy some of the contents that I put up? Did you enjoy learning about the slavery in Lagos, and basically just learn a little bit more about your culture? Because it's for reasons like this I do videos like this. It's not just about sightseeing or just for the fun of going out, because if you are living in Lagos, going out is not that easy. There is traffic, there is everything. But it's for reasons like this that I do videos like this, and I hope you learned a thing or two about slave trade in Nigeria, especially Lagos, in Badagry and all that. So currently heading to the hotel now, but I also wanted to give you a bit of information on if you want to take this tour. Now, if you are staying at the Whispering Palms Hotel, I want to believe that if you are traveling to a place like this, you're probably not coming for a day trip, because it to be hectic. So you need to find a place to stay. There's Whispering Palms Hotel. There are also a lot of hotels around, but at Whispering Palms Hotel, just know that you are going to be asked to pay 12,000 naira for this trip, for like this tour from the hotel, and then you come to the tour. They take you around just like I've done in this video. But then the thing is that 12,000 naira for 2 people, that's 6,000 naira for 1 person. So 6,000 naira for 1 person is quite a lot. So if you want to not pay 6,000 naira, you want to pay like 2,000 naira, which seems like a reasonable price. I'll leave a number in the description box below. Just call that number and tell them you want to take a tour if you're in Badagry, and then the guy will organize things for you. I just feel like that 6,000 naira was such a rip-off, and I'm glad I didn't go with the tour guides recommended by the hotel. That's the hotel's tour guides, because it was just a lot. It was just quite too much, and for 1 person you might even end up paying less than 2,000 naira actually for this tour. Maybe after the tour you just give the guys something, because he took you around and introduced you to a lot of people. So guys, if you want, you can use the tour guides at Whispering Palms Hotel, but I would just say save your money, because it's deep, but it's really not that deep. So just check the description box below for information on this tour guide, and it will give you a great service, and you'll be comfortable. Okay, all right. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a thing or two. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also share it with your friends and family. Let's promote tourism in Nigeria. A lot of these iconic places are dilapidated due to lack of maintenance, and is also because these people don't have money to continue to maintain these places. Lagos State is really not doing anything for them. They have to do it with their own dime, and maintaining these places is not cheap. So tourism and tourists like us are the ones that give them hope, that keep their hope alive, and give them money to maintain some of these places. So guys, please share with your friends and family that you think will love this video, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. All right, bye.